Harlequin Rasboras are one of the most common schooling fish, and for good reason. In this video, we're going to see if you should be getting some Harlequin Rasboras for your aquarium. Although I've only been keeping fish for about 2.5 years, and I've been keeping many different types of fish, I've had schools of Harlequin Rasboras twice in the entire time. Most recently, they served as a great centerpiece school for my paludarium before I moved them out in place of everybody's favorite newt, Toot. In Canada, you're going to be paying around $4 to $5 for each individual fish, although you can probably get deals at certain stores for groups of them, and you are going to want to keep them in groups of at least 5 individuals. So what do these fish look like? Well, the reason the price hasn't really changed is because they don't really have the brightest colors. Neon tetras with that red and blue pop really well, but Rasboras, or Harlequin Rasboras specifically, really only have that black and brown. Although some have been bred to emphasize more of a red-brown and some with a blue sheen, even mine with a purple sheen, they all are about the same, and that actually adds to the look of them, because when they're schooling around, you see a lot of these ham bone type black triangles swimming in unison. It looks really cool. From head to tail, these fish have a delicate yet simple design, and I really appreciate what they add to an aquarium. In terms of behavior, these fish are kind of in the middle, which is why they're so popular. They're not too aggressive, but they will display against each other. And they're not too fast, although they are good at getting to food. These fish are competitive, but they're not outcompeting other creatures in the aquarium because they have such a small size. In comparison to other fish, like zebra danios or fish with barbels, you don't have to worry as much with these fish eating your baby shrimp because they won't be able to sense them in the water. These fish are purely hunting based on sight. And I suppose the limited ability to smell in comparison to fish with barbels. So now that we have a basic overview of what these fish are like, what does it take to take care of them? First of all, the environment they're going to need is a tropical environment. They're going to need a temperature between 72 to 82, although that range can be pushed. I just wouldn't recommend it. Try to keep it between 75 to 78 is ideal for them. As is the case with all fish, these fish are going to benefit greatly from decorations and plants and stuff to hide behind, because the more stuff they have to hide behind, the more comfortable they are. And the more comfortable they are, the more they're going to be right up front at that glass for you to see. In terms of substrate, these fish really don't care. They're never going to be on the bottom. However, I would still suggest avoiding any decorations or substrate that is too sharp, because they could cut themselves when flashing. For best results, temperature acclimate these fish in the bag when you get them home from the pet store, and try to match their natural water parameters as closely as possible. In terms of feeding, Harlequin Rasboras are not picky. Any frozen, flake, or pelleted food will work for them, so long as they're actually able to consume it. These fish prefer striking at bugs on the surface of the water, so if you could use flakes that float or pellets that float, they would prefer those. However, they will eat what floats in the water column, and occasionally pick at stuff that lands on the bottom of the aquarium. So, should you get Harlequin Rasboras for your aquarium? Yeah, probably. This is a super peaceful schooling fish that looks great in any aquarium. It's not a standout fish, but it looks great adding on to the scape or adding on to another centerpiece fish. Great fish with really cool behaviors. The only thing I would say is if there's any fish that's going to eat them, obviously, and if the tank is too small, I wouldn't recommend these fish to you guys. Also, if you have water that's a little bit too hard, like I've had, it might shorten their lifespan and you won't see breeding as easily with these guys. Additionally, I would say that you could keep them alive probably in a 5-gallon, but I would say start with a 10-gallon and work your way up. So, Harlequin Rasboras right for your aquarium? Do you already have them? What are you keeping them with? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe, and I will see you guys next Sunday.